I'm Josh with Skid Pro. Today we're going to take a look at our heavy duty angle broom. The Skid Pro Angle Broom, or sweeper, as many of our customers call it, is one of our all-time best sellers. It offers loads of practicality and performance, whether you're keeping a street or construction site clean, or if you're into commercial snow removal. Let's dive into the details and see how the Skid Pro Angle Broom sweeps away the competition. If you ever watched a Skid Pro video in the past, you know we always start with the build quality, and this unit is built tough. The backbone of our angle broom is a 3x3 quarter wall tube steel. Attached to the 3x3 backbone are 3/8 inch side plates. A robust 10 gauge steel hood cover ties them together to protect the bristles. Let that sink in for a minute. Our side plates are thicker than some other companies' wrappers on their dirt bucket. When it comes to the hood cover, the competition uses thinner sheet metal, which you can tell by the square bends in the hood cover, or they use a molded plastic. Is a 10 gauge steel hood and 3/8 sides overkill? Well, I suppose you could make an argument for that. But in staying true to our values, we like to build things the right way. Bigger, better, stronger is kind of how we roll. Additionally, we run a double plate for 1 inch thick connection point on each side of where the float meets the broom hood. This stiffens up that critical point. Through the center of the backbone is a 1 1/8 hardened steel pin that attaches the angle broom to the QT plate. This pin is what the broom pivots on to angle up to 30 degrees left or right. This plated pin and the entire angling system is designed for durability and longevity. Off the QT plate are 4 3/8 inch gussets that add additional structural rigidity from the QT plate to the broom. As we come around the side of the unit, we notice the direct drive motor. If the 3x3 square tubing is the backbone, then the heart of the broom is the direct drive motor. Compared to the competitor's chain and sprocket option, the direct drive motor has several key advantages. First and foremost, low maintenance. No chain stretch, no sprocket wear, or no chain breakage to cause downtime. Second, it delivers better torque. That means it can muscle through a much higher volume of debris. This is especially beneficial when it comes to snow removal and, of course, heavy, wet snow. That can really bog down and render inferior brooms almost useless. Third, this unit can sweep in both forward and reverse. This allows the operator to not just push the dirt, but also to pull it away from buildings, curbs, or otherwise hard to sweep areas. This feature is a real boon to snow contractors. But beware too, just because an angle broom has direct drive doesn't mean that it will sweep backwards. Many have a coast valve that doesn't allow reverse sweeping. As we look closer at the motor, we do notice the motor guard. This is 3/8 inch thick steel that protrudes from the frame of the actual broom, protecting that motor. This guard shields the motor from the bottom and front many possible impacts out in the field. Arguably the most expensive and important component to the broom, we want to give added insurance and uptime protection. Opposite the motor is a 4-inch bearing. This bearing is used to support the other side of the broom and is vital for smooth operation and longevity. It has an easy-to-grease zerk for simple maintenance. Next, we move to our most popular feature, the auto float. This design is critical for peak performance, bristle longevity, and operator ease. Let me explain how. This feature, in its most simple form, allows the bristle head to float on 2 bushings separate from the QT plate with the assistance of 2 heavy-duty springs. In essence, this allows the broom to follow the contour of the ground automatically without the operator having to adjust as the terrain changes, which they'd have to do on a rigid mounted broom. Skid Pro's Auto Float gives the operator a couple really important benefits. Because the auto float automatically sets the down pressure of the bristles, it means the operator doesn't have to do it or even think about it. The auto float design prevents too much downforce. If you have too much downforce, that means excessive bristle wear and unnecessary cost. And too little downforce means it won't sweep clean, leaving dirt or snow behind. With the auto float, everything is automatic. When you compare with other brooms that don't have the auto float, you have to think from the operator's standpoint. It is almost impossible to see the amount of down pressure when you're in the operator's cab. Most operators, in an attempt to do the best job they can, put excessive force down on the bristles to make sure they don't leave skips. This means that instead of sweeping with the tips of the bristles and wearing them from the tip backwards, the bristle will be bent and sweeping on the sides and wear from the side in. This will cause an almost overnight loss of up to 6 inches of bristle at a time. I can't overstate the cost savings enough. Broom bristles are the #1 wear item for broom owners and are expensive to replace. With Skid Pro's Auto Float system, you can rest assured you will get the maximum life out of your bristle investment. Now, it is called an angle broom, and there's 2 ways that we achieve this angle. The standard manual angle utilizes a unique telescoping arm that can be set at any position within the full 30 degrees of angle. This adjustment takes place outside of the cab with the manual setting. If budget allows, we highly recommend a hydraulic angling option. This angling is accomplished with 2 industrial cylinders with 1.1/8" rod, a valve block, and a wire control harness. Hydraulic angling delivers a couple straightforward benefits. First, it gives the operator complete control with the flick of a finger for in the cab, seamless, on-the-go adjustment. Second, it saves a huge amount of time. As conditions change or you need to sweep around an obstacle, you simply change the angle instantly, don't miss a beat. No leaving the cab and adjusting and jumping back in the cab only to have to adjust again a little later. Third, you won't just gain operator ease and productivity, you will have added safety by reducing the number of exits from the cab. But if you do need to leave the cab, it is nice to know you have good footing with our 2 extra large safety steps with aggressive tread for a sure grip. We run one of the largest bristle wafers in the industry, topping out at 32 inches in diameter. The larger diameter than other brooms on the market means better longevity and sweeping performance. We use 2 heavy-duty storage stands on this unit. It protects the bristles when the broom is not in use. This is important, again, to protect your investment. With improper or weak stands, the weight of the broom will permanently kink the bristles, requiring you to replace them sooner than you would have had to. As an added measure of protection, we give a nice plated cover on our valve block. This not only covers the expensive valve block, it protects the solenoids and wiring too. Just another measure of uptime protection. We already made mention of the manual or hydraulic angle upgrade option on our brooms. The other main option is the type of bristles that you can use. 90% of our customers choose the full blue poly bristles. This package is versatile and functional enough to cover almost any job site. A few of our customers do upgrade to the 50-50 mix of poly and steel. Even though the wire bristle is smaller in diameter than the poly, it does add a level of abrasion. Think steel wool scrubbing pads. As for wear, we feel both options have similar bristle life. From municipalities to landscapers to construction companies, farmers, homeowners, if you have debris on a road, parking lot, or driveway and you need it moved fast, this is the attachment you need. And don't put this sweeper away for the winter because it's the perfect way to clear snow from sidewalks and driveways. This versatile broom is built to last and fun to operate. So fun you might even get excited about cleanup. To learn more about this or any one of our other sweeping tools, call a product guru or check us out online, skidpro.com.